Hey guys, Jamie here. I thought I would just show you my food haul for the week now that it's summer. I tend to get slightly different things in the summer than I do in the, fall and winter and even kind of early spring. And yeah, I don't know if you guys are interested in these videos, food hauls. If you're not, just let me know. I don't have to do them, but I just thought, every now and again I would show you. But yeah, so I got a bunch of cucumbers because in the summer I like to juice a lot. It's just hot and I like to have a lot of raw food in the summer. It's hot, it's humid, and I like to stay hydrated. So these were like 90 cents, I think, each, which is great deal in Canada. So I think I got about 9 or 10 there. And I'll just go through my fruit first, or my fruit and veg. And then I got a bag of potatoes and a couple bags of apples. Got some asparagus. That's a big bunch of asparagus, actually. Portobello mushrooms. I got some heirloom tomatoes there, some limes, more tomatoes. I got some spinach and about 5 things of celery. Dates, always got to have my dates. Always got to have my bananas. I have some watermelon and some pineapple. And what else? Okay, and then I also got my favorite honey. I cannot live without my honey. And then what else? And then other stuff, I got these for my husband. He likes to have burgers in the summertime. Sometimes he'll have beef burgers. Other times he'll have veg burgers that I buy. But I have a hard time with gluten, so that's a rare one-off thing that I have one of those. And I got some oats. And then I got 3 things of orange juice. Oh my God, guys, this is not cheap. Like, this is orange juice, for crying out loud. And this is like $6. I remember back when it was $3. That's a much more reasonable. And then I got just some canned stuff, for when I really don't feel like, cooking, which happens a lot in the summer, I find. So I tend to get some canned potatoes and veggies. And I got a bunch of salmon here. That's for my dog. Maple. I make her homemade dog food. I use salmon. I alternate between salmon and grass-fed beef for her. When it comes to her dog food, I don't know if anyone's interested, but I either will do salmon or beef mixed with peas, carrots, potatoes. I'll put some honey on there, and then sometimes I'll use rice. But yeah. Anyways, what else? So then we got some higher fat items. So tofu, again, I have a hard time like with tofu, but I really do like it. I really do. I don't have this often, but I'll make it. I tend to use it for when I make homemade sushi. And if I was to have a fat source, because tofu is actually very high in fat, my top picks for like fatty foods, if I could consume them all the time, would be tofu and maybe avocado. I'm not really, and I like tahini. Yeah, I like tahini, but yeah, tofu is, it's just so good, but it doesn't agree with me. But anyways, and then I got this sour cream alternative. I'll get that every now and again. I'll use it in recipes in the summer when I make my husband like a pasta salad or a potato salad, and instead of using, like mayonnaise, even vegan mayonnaise, which has very high fat, like 10 grams of fat per serving. This only has 2 grams of fat per serving. So that's what I use for stuff like that. And then he also likes hummus for his veggies and chips. And these are also for my husband. He loves these garlic stuffed olives, mazzetta, which are his absolute favorite. And then another higher fat item is this butter. This is for when I make him chocolate chip cookies, and I just ran out of this. This lasts me a very long time because I try to only make him those cookies once a week for him. So this will last me a long time, but I just ran out. But yeah, I'm trying to get him to eat lower fat foods. I'm trying. So I got him these snacks as well, and I'll have some of these here, these sours. I'll definitely have some of those. So I got him some snacks here, and then what else? And then I got these Welch's fruit snacks, a huge box. And then always maple syrup. I always have that on hand, maple syrup, honey. I got this. This is my favorite hot sauce. It's just Frank's Red Hots. Honestly, I think it's the best. Like, it's one of the cheapest, and I think it's the best. And then I got, of course, my sugar and some unsweetened almond milk, coconut water, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But you know, guys, there's a lot of debate right now online about, is the sugar diet's dead? Listen, the sugar diet will never be dead, because we run on glucose, and sugar is in everything. This is all sugar, okay? Potatoes, frozen berries, organic cane sugar, maple syrup, raw honey, orange juice, all this here, bananas, dates, it's all sugar. And no one's ever, the sugar diet will never be dead, guys, because sugar is in everything. Everyone's eating sugar. Everybody. Even if they're eating processed foods, they're eating tons of sugar, actually. It's not getting into their cells because they're eating it mixed with fat, which is very problematic. But it'll never be dead, okay? So if someone says that the sugar diet's dead, it doesn't really mean a whole hell of a lot now, does it? So yeah, guys. Yeah, we run on glucose, so AKA sugar. And we need to stay carbed up, get in as much carbs as you can, and keep it low fat. Okay, guys, so that's my video for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again for another video. Thanks, guys. Bye.